Welcome to Ebonroot. This is Missy, and this is Missy Plays. Today we're going to work on our campsite. We do have a visitor today. Campsite is to the left of the entrance and to the right of where the lily pads are at. So the first thing I'm going to do is go here to the back, and I'm going to be using this workbench. I'm going to just put them down where I'm going to be fed as part of the decor. So I'm going to just put them down where I'm going to be putting them while I'm doing the build. So that way I can use them while I'm doing the build. So I'm going to come over here. Let's put a flower in right here. And I'm going to go ahead, no, not, I'm going to put a bush in back here. I know I want to get a tree in over here. But right next to the campsite because of rules. But I'm going to put it in here. This is the closest I can get. And then we'll come over here. We'll pop in a flower right here. Yeah, green mum is perfect. And I wanted to put a flower here, but first I think I need to get this tree in. So let's get the tree in. And then we'll go around back and put in the bush that's going to go behind the tree. And here, let's pop in another flower because we've got to get some natural stuff in here. And over here, I want to put in another tree. So let's pop this tree in next to the workbench. So we got some shade while we're working at the workbench. And got a couple more flowers here to put in right here. So we want to get a trash can in here. So let's pull this over, push that out of the way, pop this bush in, and now we have room for this trash can. Just to fill it in back there, and then let's put the trash can in here. No, not there. I need it over half a space. So let's put it in. Oh, too far forward. Here. And let's put a flower over here. And then we're finished with this back area, I think. So let's come up here and pick up the things for this next little research area. The things I wanted to use over here next to the campsite. And this is just a little research area. So right now we're going to put this, let's put this mush lamp in and a table for them to be working at. No, I want it kind of centered in between the river and the campsite, and it's still not going in. No. Oh, what am I doing wrong? No, again. Oh, okay, let's try this one more time. And no, that's not right. I think this mushroom is in the way to get it where I want it. So let's try again, and no, of course, sideways. One more time. Okay, on here, let's put this, as I said, because they're writing and working over here. And then we scatter, no, that's not the right spot. So let's get this seat in here, over, no, I think I'm going to pull this over so it's right in front of the essay set. And now I'm going to have to, I had to go get some bugs that I had. So I've got a horned dynasted to put up here for him to be studying right this minute. And then I've got this mantis, and I have got just a plain common butterfly. So he's got everything he needs to study over here, studying the bugs. And then I do have the scattered papers that I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to come over here to this right hand side and pick up some of these things that I planned for over here. And first, I have this utility wagon that they're using. Pop that in. And just put this on top. Just an extra little thing. I do have the kitchen. Oh, it didn't go in right. Let's pick this up because it's kind of in the way. There we go. So let's pop this in, and then I'm gonna put a mush lamp over here. Where's it? There. No, there it is. And give that to kind of light up the kitchen area. And I don't really like how this is sitting here. So what I'm going to move everything up just one space. Push this over. Okay, we can, one space is enough to get through here. It's fine. Okay, so we'll push this up and pull this out. Is this, why isn't it moving? Oh, there it goes. And then I have a stew pot to put here because they're cooking something for dinner. And then I need to pick up this stuff because it's kind of in the way. Okay, and then let's come back here. Put a pansy back here. And let's push this up one. And then I've got a table to put here for them to do some prep on. And this is where I want these at. And a mom's tea cozy because they need to drink some tea while they're out here. And then back behind it here, I want to put a puddle code just because, you know, there's some water on the ground from the river. And then we'll put in this garden table. And, oh, I wanted it to go up a little closer. Let's pull this out so we can pull this out one. Of course, it didn't go where I wanted. Okay, there we go. And let's put some cans on here. I got some cans. That looks good. So let's get a bush in here. I didn't want to go in. No. Okay, I know I can put it here. There we go. Let's put this bush in. And then I'm going to come down here and get these out of my way. So let's pick these up. And first things first, I think what I'm going to do is come down by this tree. And let's get a flower in here. And I've got this cardboard box here. And I have some coffee. And I'm going to put this coffee here. And right here, I'm just going to put a bush in to frame that area. And then, okay, so I'm going to put a tent here. But first, I'm going to put a sleeping bag next to the tent. And under the tent, I want to put some code down. So I've got a code here for under the tents. And I'm going to put, oh, it's not quite going where I want. I'll have to kick off these front two pieces. Okay, now we just need to get the tent in. And okay, I know it fits here. Okay, we'll scoot back, put the tent down. Of course, now it's too far forward. Push it back and push this up right next to it. And now we've got the tent in. And I think what I need to do now is start putting down the code for this whole area. So let me pick these things up. Okay, we've got these up, and I think before I start putting code down, I want to put a bush over here and a flower. And then I think everything else, because I need the codes down. So let's start putting them down, and I'm going to speed up me putting these codes down because I kind of figure y'all know how to put codes down. So we'll kick this off because I kind of want this to go straight, and we'll put this back down, and then we'll continue down here, putting these flat codes down this side. This is completely in the way, and so is this, but I don't want to pick all this stuff up. So I'm going to just kind of push it out of the way so I can get the codes down here. So curve down, go down, and then, oh, I didn't need that one all the way over there. We'll kick it off. And I'm just going to put a clear code there to keep weeds from growing there because I don't want weeds to grow there. And we'll push that back, and then we'll continue the codes here in front of the tent, and this has to come out of the way. So let's get it put back down and push it over where we want it to go. There we go. And I know right here I want to have a pear tree, so let's get that in. And okay, I'm going to put the rest of this code down here at the bottom. So got to get around the tree. No, I don't want a corner here. I think I want it to end one one sooner. So we'll start here with the curve up and then go up next to that bush and come around it. That's a little hard here because we can't see it. I want to get this stuff in here so we can get this table back where it goes and get it kind of out of my way. So let's put this down and pull this back over next to the kitchen. Okay, let's continue putting down this path code all through here. Pick this up. I need it out of my way. And here, let's put the curve in right here. I'm going to make this straight. And just keep going straight. A lot of this is just going to get covered anyhow, so let's just do it that way. I can't put stuff there because there's something there. Let's just kick it off and get that on there. Okay, so we got this whole area. Now we are ready. Let's put these scattered papers back down, and I've got a wild log, which I think is just going to be perfect here. Let's make a little campfire area. So I've got the campfire. I don't know. We'll just leave it. Let's put the barrel down over here. More storage stuff and some firewood they're using for this fire. And I think I'm just going to push this log over. And then I have got a flower to go here, and so let's go up here and let me plant this last flower up here and put my bush back away. Let's get rid of some of this stuff because I have too much stuff in my pockets. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I've got an extra flower, and this is where I was storing a bunch of my things for this build, so I'm going to just pick these up and bring them back over here. I did these two chairs and customized them with this code, which I did like, but it's mostly just a green code. Any green code really would have worked. And that finishes up the campground area. Let's pick up all of these things that I want to put over here, and my first thing I have to do is get down code over here to go underneath it. Yeah. So let's do that. And I think I'm going to end it right here. So let's put the curve in, and we got just a couple more pieces here, and finish the rest of the code off for this area. Let's come put a document stack down right here, spin it around, and then come over here. I've got a barrel, and I've got a cute teacup to put on top of it because he's drinking some coffee while he's working over here. And we've got another project table, and I have got a book here because he's studying, and the microscope, and then I have got a shelf, tool shelf to go here, and I have some music over here, so we'll put this skull radio up here and put in some adventure music because they're on an adventure. And then let's pop in his chair and some scattered papers. And I think that's pretty good. I think we're good over here. I have this for by the tent. Oh, I wanted to go a little closer. Let's push it. There we go. And then I do have a couple of sea creatures that I'm going to put right here. Let's put this one down, and then we're going to put this vampire squid right on top of it. Okay, so that all looks pretty good. I'm going to spin this the other way, and then yeah, I'm happy with how that is looking. So let's come down here, and what we need to do is start picking up some of these things. First, let's start here to the left of the tree. And I know I want to get another tent down in here. So let's put it right here next to the tree. We'll put some codes down for the tent to sit on. There we go. And we'll pop our tent in for our researchers to sleep in. A candle. And let's put this little bench here with a candle so they can see when it's nighttime. and his sleeping bag to sleep. Oh, wrong direction. Let's put it in this way. Put it back down. There we go. Push it right next to the tent. I'm gonna push it up. I want this. Oh, I'm too close. Let's pull this down because I want to push that over just one space. I don't want it quite so lined up. There we go. And then pull this tent back up. There we go. Perfect. Now let's pick up these few things. I'm gonna make a little fishing spot right here. And then first I'm gonna get all these shells up so they're out of my way. And let's put this log bench down. And I want to push it away just a little. And oh, it didn't go. It went in the middle. I want it on the far right hand side. So there we go. And I'm going to put down my fishing pole. Oh, not there. I wanted it next to it. Here, this will get it. And then we'll just spin it around so it is the direction I want. And then I have a fishing pole. Of course, I want to put the fishing pole down. I don't want to fish. And push it here. No, that's too far over. And spin it. No. Yeah, definitely this direction. Pull it back over one. And that's good. That'll be perfect. I have his oil lamp too. So let's pop that in while I'm here. Here we have a telescope so we can kind of check out the stars while we're at our research station. That's too lined up. Let's push there over. Come on. Push. There we go. No, not spin. And push it down. There we go. I have a box-shaped seat to put here and a clipboard to put on it. And I've got some seaweed. Oh, 2 pieces of seaweed down. Oh, there you go. I showed it to you. In case you didn't know what it looked like. Got it down. And let's pick up all these things from this last area. So let's get these picked up, and first things first, let's come over here and put these trash bags down. I want this to kind of be like a storagey area. So we'll put this down first, spin it around, I like that best. And then I have a pirate barrel here. And oh, it won't go back further, so I'll just push it over. And I have these bags to go on top of it. And then what I have is an oil barrel. And one of the things I learned, I don't know who knows this, can't put stuff on top of an oil barrel. So we'll just put this regular barrel here, and I've got this outdoor generator that they're using that I'm going to put next to it. And then I have this sideways pirate barrel. And I wanted to use the 2 pirate barrels just to give a differentiation in colors over here. But I did not like necessarily how these were arranged. So I decided what I would do is just move them around a little bit. So let me push it back. So let's get this one over. It won't let me push it back. So let's get this and push it back just a half space. And then push this back down because I kind of wanted this one to go in front of both of them, just half in front of one and half in front of the other. So that gets that done. And then I have another oil barrel, a different color. And it looks perfect there. And then I have some of these barrels for the turnips. So I'm going to put some decorative bottles on it and then I'll spin it because we want to see the turnips. So there we go, because that's probably what they're eating is turnips. And then we have a drying rack because they're out here drying their clothes up, but I don't like it this direction. So let's pull it back and let's spin it around. Okay, it won't spin for me. There it goes, spinning. And now I've got it the direction I want. We'll push it back and tuck it in, not too far by these barrels because we wouldn't want them right next to the barrels. They're close enough as it is, right? And then I have this cruiser bike that they're using to get around the island. But it too is not in the direction I want, so let's spin it around. No, not that direction. that direction and pull it back down. And push it over. Come on. Get it in the right spot. I think I want it to go. Push it over. Push it up. Push it over, and there we go. So yeah, that's the whole area. I got it all finished. I think that this is looking pretty. And here, one over there, and everything is done. So ta-da! There it is. That is Ebonroot. Ebonroot is finished. Thank you for watching the series on Ebonroot. I'll start a new island next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Mist Haven. Bye, everyone.